looking to run, and he finds his way into the end zone again. Good stretch, finding the goal line, the touchdown, and the two-point conversion. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Jalen Darden now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Lockett headed in motion. On first down, here's Geno to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
Nothing scarier for a quarterback, Mike, than to seeing that ball popped up in the air. It feels like that ball is in the air for an eternity, and all you hope is that it just harmlessly falls to the ground, and fortunately for the offense, that's exactly what it did.
Hey, it's a clip. Hey, we go to the line. Strike.
The tight end Fant in motion. Second down, Smith. There's the big tight end, Fant. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big play for Seattle. It covers 51 yards. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this.
Hey, we go.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he's going to be taken down.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, second down and goal. They run with Walker. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. They'll run with Walker. This defense standing up in the red zone. They stop him for no gain, and now it's 4th and goal. They'll motion over Metcalf. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This, about as short as you can get. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts.
Jason
The Seahawks going to bring their kicker out and try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Seahawks get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead. Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll go with the sneak. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Go!
Off the play fake. It's locked. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Once again, it's Walker. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. They put the tight end Brown in motion. On 3rd down, they go with Walker. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They put the tight end Brown in motion. On 4th down, here's Smith. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down. Smith will give it to Charbonnet. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They put the tight end Brown in motion.
Check 58. Catch left.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. That is intercepted. Picked off by Jason Pinnock. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
He'll push forward for about a yard. It was Kayvon Wallace there to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Lock. A dive and a catch. Incredible. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Lock out of the shotgun. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Lock. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. From the gun, it's Lock. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
That's good for a New York Giants.
Here we go.
Lock to throw on 1st down. This is caught at the 2. And he is going to be out of bounds. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, Giants. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Now Lock. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. This one complete to his tight end Fant. And he'll mark him down up beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Now Smith. That's complete. It's Metcalf. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
These comebacks, they require a lot of trust and timing from everybody involved. If the quarterback's a little too early, the receiver's not out of his break. But if the quarterback's a little too late, that's when disaster can strike. So give credit. Really well timed. Really nice job by both guys.
Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. 19 more on that one, and another 1st down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, Everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he'll get this forward only to about the 32-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Sunday.
A give to Charbonnet. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. On third down, they'll set up to throw. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down. Now Charbonnet. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. They'll go again here with Charbonnet. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. They'll go play action. It's Smith. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. Second time they've connected on this drive, and 19 yards out of this one. This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. Off the play fake, Smith. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Geno Smith, touchdown Seattle. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
Second down and 8.
Let's go now.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10.
Set.
To throw is Locke. He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. That one good for 26 yards.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips and you got to come back to the huddle and try again. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Lockett headed in motion. He'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. They put the tight end Brown in motion. Smith now. He'll try to run for it. Gino's been around, knows how to slide and get out of harm's way after picking up the first down. 10 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a first down. Smith to throw on first down. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That's dropped off for Walker. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now Walker. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short. They put the tight end Brown in motion. They'll try and run for this with Charbonnet. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up fourth down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Connecting with the tight end, that's Fant. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. A shotgun run now with Walker. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Hey, it's a clip. Good. Hey, trio left.
Smith from the gun on third down. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cordell Flott. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Bellinger, the tight end, is the one in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Locke. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. They'll run with Tracy. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
6 yards. That's good.
Walk to throw on 1st and 10. That's to the right side and incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Here we go, set.
Now it's Tracy looking to run. 16-yard pickup on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
That's another New York Giants. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Locke to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. A carry here for Tracy. And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Here's Locke. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Here's a run. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.